Happy Wednesday. Lucy Greer is back in our Studio 10 kitchen. This is perfect for gathering, a game, maybe even just a midday snack.
A midday snack would be awesome. And this is fun, making these little King's Hawaiian sandwiches. Of course, you could use, whatever slider roll you want, but I'm using the King's Hawaiian 12 count today. And we're gonna do the a hot Italian one today. But for the kids, usually I made just some turkey and cheddar ones not too long ago, and they loved that. I tried to get one of Jack to eat one of these last night, and I don't think he liked the olives on here. But the fun thing about these sandwiches is you can make them any which way and make several different kinds. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about this if you haven't made them now that we are in the holidays. And these are good to make ahead. So right. I'll tell you when we get into the step of make ahead, where you would stop. Then I'll tell us. But so the first thing we're going to do is start with our 12 count rolls, and you just take a serrated knife and we're going to cut all the way in half lengthwise, and we want them to stay together. One might pop off, but the way we're going to build this sandwich is we're going to do it all together.
It's so easy when you make sandwiches with these, whether it is like a turkey cheese or if you want to make it. See, that's perfect.
So I am going to go ahead. This will fit down in a 9x9 or a 9x13. I forgot my pan today, so we're just going to use this circle, but whatever it'll fit in. So the Italian style that we're gonna do is I just have a 1/4 pound of ham. I'm gonna do ham, pepperoni, salami, and provolone. So I'm just gonna layer this in here.
That's really nice, really easy. While we're doing this, I do want to mention too, we are partnering with you guys for a food drive.
Yes.
So if someone visits one of your Greer stores here before Christmas, anytime like that, how can they give back and how does it work?
So we absolutely love this partnership that we have with y'all and the Volunteers of America. So and the thing is, during the holidays, people want to give back, they want to help, but it's just there's so many different things. And
right.
I like this food drive because, of course, we're in the food business, so we enjoy partnering on food drive, and we make it just so easy. Every single one of our stores has a big box up at the front, so if you're going through your pantry and see any non-perishable food items, cans or boxes, you can bring those in and pop them in the box. Or, of course, if you're shopping in one of our stores, if you can just throw a couple of things in, and the Volunteers of America distribute it to everybody in need, and it's a great way to just help your community.
Yeah, it's a really awesome way to give back. I believe the folks with VOA Southeast said last year it helped from 8,000 to 10,000 families. So what you're doing, and it's right here on the Gulf Coast, you really are helping your neighbors and your family and things like that. So make sure you do that. Before we go, what did we just do and build?
Okay, so that was the ham, the pepperoni, and the salami, and then I layered in some provolone cheese. And our next step is going to be putting on some yummy toppings, and then later on we'll make the butter topping that goes all the way on top.
That's probably my favorite part. All right, we'll check in with Lucy and Joe next on Studio 10.
Welcome back in the kitchen with Lucy from Greer's. We're making on something that I am very excited about.
Good.
Tell us what we're working on.
We are working on hot Italian sliders, and I love doing these variations on these slider rolls. I like to do them for parties, and they're great. I was telling Chelsea you can make ahead. And they feed a lot of people because they're pretty rich, and heavy. Even though they're small. It's like you think you can eat a ton of them. I don't know. There's only 4 left because Spiro ate I don't know, only ate 2, so.
Spiro, never leaving me any rolls.
No, so maybe they're not too heavy.
You know who else would like these?
Who?
Our maintenance guy, George Criminali. He's Italian, so
gosh.
he would love these. Where is he today?
Where is George?
We need to find George.
George is always giving me a hard time, so he'd probably be like, that's not Italian. But make them any which way you want.
Yes.
So I sliced the King's Hawaiian rolls, and today we're doing, I did a smoked ham and pepperoni and salami and provolone. So I just layered that up, and this is the fun part. I mean, you can do whatever you want on here, but I bought some sliced pepperoncinis, or you could use banana peppers. And these don't have, a ton of heat, but they have that great acidity and great flavor and great color. So I really like them on this sandwich. And this is 1/3 cup of these. And then I bought a jar of olive salad. sausages, olives chopped up, and a little bit of carrot in there, a little bit of red pepper. But if you didn't have this or you didn't want to use this, you could just chop up, any olives you wanted. And this is about 1/3 of a cup too.
Great thing to make when you have company coming over.
Yeah.
Perhaps they're staying with you for the upcoming Christmas holiday season, and you want to have something for everybody. You can make this quick, simple, easy, and delicious. And I've mentioned before that I love sweet Hawaiian rolls, so that makes anything better every time you use it. So
it does. Yeah, there's only one person in the world that I know of that doesn't like King's Hawaiian rolls, and that's my son Nick. So, which he loves bread.
He'll come around.
I know.
He'll come around.
I made one of these sandwiches not too long ago, and he goes, "Is that King's Hawaiian?" He's 6. I'm like, "How do you even know what King's Hawaiian is?" "Is that King's Hawaiian?" I'm like, "Yeah." "I don't like those." I'm like, "Whoa, dude.
Well,
you can't get along here."
Yeah, so
I think he'll come around.
My kids are older than yours, and I know from experience there have been several flippenings.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my son thought he hated macaroni and cheese, and now he's always like, "Are we gonna have mac and cheese?" So stuff changes. Yeah.
They're so fickle. Okay, so and something else good on here would be like roasted red peppers, or if you wanted a little bit more spice, you could do jalapeno. So whatever you wanted to do. So the next step is just going to be mixing up our butter topping, and we're going to brush that on, and they will be ready for the oven.
All right, you can see that next right here on Studio 10. All the ingredients for this and everything else you need you can find at Greer, so go check it out. Lucy, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Very exciting time here in the Studio 10 kitchen because we're getting closer to trying out what Lucy is making this morning. Tell the folks what it is.
We're making hot Italian slider sandwiches. They smell really good, and we have already layered them up to this point. So I was mentioning, if you want, this is a great make-ahead recipe.
Yes.
So at this point will be where you would pop it in the fridge and you do it a couple days before you were going to go to a party. So, and you can do, actually on our website, I've done on here before ham and pepper jack sliders. So Greers.com, you can look if you wanted a variation. But what we've already done is put our ham and our pepperoni and our salami and provolone. We did some pepperoncini peppers and a little bit of olive salad down on there. So we just layered that up, and right now you would just wrap it up and pop them in the fridge before you put on, the butter. So what we're gonna do now is I have 5 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm gonna add a couple teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, and then just a little bit of spice. I have garlic powder and some salt, some pepper, and Italian seasoning. And we're going to brush this on top, and I have the oven at 350. So once we get these brushed, then we're gonna cover it with some foil and cook them for 15 minutes, and everything's gonna start melting. And then you'll take the foil off and just let them go for about 5 more minutes. So that's the other good thing. They don't take too long in the oven. So if you are gonna have friends over, then this is great to, like I said, make ahead, and then right before you're ready to get them served, you just brush this butter on and pop them in the oven. And they're best, well, you can, of course they're good hot or cold, but they're just really the best right when they come out of the oven. And so it's great that it's not too time consuming. So you can do the hard part, which is making them, which isn't hard, but the time consuming part, and then it'll be ready for your guest.
Well, that looks fantastic. You can find the recipe on Greer's and on our website. Before we go here today, we do want to remind you of our Fox 10 Caring Gifts program, along with Volunteers of America, and Greer's is one of our partners in that program as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, every one of our stores, we have the big boxes up there at the front, and we are collecting any non-perishable food items, so anything that doesn't have to be refrigerated. And if you are out doing your shopping, so many people this time of year would like to help the community, and Volunteers of America does such a great job of getting it into the hands of those that really need it. So you can, as you're clearing out your pantry, maybe making room for things, or of course if you're in one of our stores shopping, if you think about it, maybe just grab a few extra things off the shelf and you can pop it in the box, and the Volunteers of America are going to get those to all the families in our communities that need it.
What I love about it too is a lot of people want to do something to help, but there's so little time this time of year because they're running all over, they're doing their errands, they're shopping, this and that. You can do your shopping right there, drop it off when you're done, and hey, you've done a great thing for the community. So a fantastic option with our 10 Caring Gifts. Lucy, these look wonderful.
Thanks.
Can't wait to try them out. Thank you so much as always.
Thank you.
All right, see y'all later.